please just hold a moment. All right. As you can see in the corner, I finished the Quilon Terminators yesterday, which I'm very happy with, and then today I thought I'm gonna do something more exciting. I mean, more exciting. It's still quite exciting. These are Quilon Terminators. They were very fun to paint, but today I want something bigger and just one miniature, you know? I think it's gonna be very nice to paint that. I did separate it though, you know. I created some pins, so it's easy to assemble, it's easy to paint, all that fun stuff. I have to remove the blue tag from here. And there's not so many gold parts here. Most of the gold is already painted. As you can see, this top part. So that's the one. And then these. And then these parts here are gold. And the rest is silver, and these, of course, I'll do them red. I was thinking about doing them black, but I think that this would be too big of a change compared to the original, and it wouldn't just look right, you know. So let's keep it red. Since there is no other red color on this model, like for example Terminators or some guys with hair, they have red hair and then black shoulder pads, then that's fine. But in this case, I think it's just better to use regular red. We'll see then. Should be fun. Should be fun to paint regardless. I have to change the water. I'll come back in a minute, and let's start painting. Okay. I'm back. First of all, I'm gonna pull up some picture for myself, just as a reference, so I know how to paint it. I want to follow the original color scheme, and I will probably not go too far away from where the colors should be, should not be. So let me just check. Yeah. So I should probably start with the gold that's here. These parts should be gold. You see, maybe I'll get some 360 view of this Pallas tank, which would be perfect. Maybe not. These are gold as well. It's kind of strange. Maybe. Yeah. So these are gold too, at least on this one I'm looking at. Yeah, the painting from Fort Worth is just a beautiful job. I really like it. Anyway, what I have to do, because I do not have this gold paint is very bright, so I have to do some mixing. What I did last time, and it worked very well. I used Citrine Alchemy from scale 75, and I used as well this Period Alchemy from scale 75. So this one, you know, the color is kind of close, and with a Citrine Alchemy, where is it? Oh, where's my Citrine Alchemy? Yeah, this one. So with this, it will get a little bit lighter, and the mix of it will be just perfect for the base color of this gold. In the end, it's gonna be covered with Agrax air freight, so you know it's not that big of a deal. But it's better if we keep the color as close as possible to the original one. Okay, so there's quite a lot of paint here, maybe too much. Probably I should remove. Okay, so you see the gold, it's a little bit more green than the original paint, but I have to finish with something, you know. So let's go ahead and but probably it's better also to use like lead belcher or something as a base, since the coverage of this paint is okay. I will do the 2 layers, and that's gonna be okay. I have no idea how much time it will take for me to finish this. No idea. I didn't paint a vehicle for a long time. I mean, the dreadnoughts do not count, right? They were easy to do. Just, you know, put the Agrax air shade on the base gold and dry brush, and that's it. Here the job is a little bit more complex. Not so straightforward. So we'll see. I'm very curious how it will end up looking. I was checking yesterday how many points is Pallas Gravtank in 30k, since probably I will use it in 30k first. It's just 60 points. And I was like, damn, is it even worth it to paint? Like, it's basically the cost of one Custodian Guardian. The Custodian Guardian is like 55 points. So if you give him a little bit better weapon, like this adrotic distractor or something, then basically it's the same like this tank. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so I don't know if this connection should be gold. Probably yes. Probably let's make it gold. Okay. Definitely 2 layers of this gold will be required. Oh, that's okay. Okay. I started today a little bit later. I had some things to do in the morning. And today I'm gonna finish exactly after 2 hours, so I might not finish everything that I wanted, but it is how it is. I have some things to do before work, for work, and all that stuff, so can't spend all day painting, even though I would like to. The perfect word doesn't exist. Okay. So the first layer is kind of rough. And I know it doesn't look quite as the gold, but that's okay. In case it's too much different, I will just no, that would be terrible. We'll see. I will do one part, and I'll decide if I need to change the formula or what to do. I was testing this gold on the other guy, exactly on Dreadnought. Perturbao, what's up, man? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. I was testing it on Dreadnought, this mix of gold, and it looked very, very similar to the final product. I mean, very similar to this one. So that's why I also like, I can probably get away with using this one here as well. As you can see, I'm not very precise with the movement of the brush. Here in the middle, they're going to be like big red blob of paint, and I want to do some stemples with sponge for the texture. I was thinking to do it by airbrush, but I think it would be too perfect, you know. And I was checking the paint job from Fort Worth. It looks kind of like sponge work. So I will try to do that. Have some fun with sponges. I really like this model. Just beautiful, fast looking speeder. I was debating myself if I should just spray it gold all the way and then, you know, try to do different colors later. In the end, I decided against it because the gold is very, very small part of these vents and, I don't know, engines, I can say. These are engines, maybe. So I was like, no, there's no sense. They take only like 5% of the surface here. So I would have to change all miniature here. You have those models hidden in the closet? It's the first time I'm seeing Pallas Gravtank. Yep. Exactly. I have them, I have two of them actually. There's a lot more in the closet that you didn't see. And I mean, in a good way, you know? It's just the minis, nothing more. Don't worry. For the engines here, the silver part, let's do scale. Let's do trash metal. Not lead belcher, because lead belcher is kind of thick, you know. Pallas. Yeah, this is Pallas, right? Yeah, Pallas Gravtank. Yep. And I have two of them, so I don't know if it's smart to have two of them, but definitely they look nice. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead again with trash metal. So much forge work, nice. Yeah. I love Custody's forge work models. This is the main reason I even collecting them. The new stuff is okay. I mean, I don't mind. The new Custody's, definitely the thing that pulled me towards them was the forge work collection. I have to use this one because the paint didn't go from the bottle. So let's try again. Still kind of tough to take it out. I have this needle to work through these problematic times. There we go. Let's go ahead. Let's take some bigger brush this time. Let's take maybe. Let's take this one. It's much bigger surface. It is a new brush, but finally I have a chance to use it. Oh, nice. I might need 2 layers here though. We'll see. I probably will finish with null oil or something covering it anyway, so it's not that big of a deal if the coverage is not so good. I would probably get away with a silver dry brush actually on these parts. You see? If I do something like this, it's gonna be totally enough. And it's not even like a dry brush. It's just a wide regular brush. Let's see. There's quite a lot of silver here. Probably it would be the best if I cover this whole part silver, then do the gold, these gold dreams, and then, you know, some red. It's not so difficult to go over silver with red. It's even, it looks nice and it's easy to cover. Red definitely likes lighter colors to be under it compared to black. I will have to go with a very dark red here to start. I probably will go with a burned red from Model Color. It has very good coverage, it's dark, and yeah, it should work fine. Alright, so go ahead, continue that engine here. Okay. These parts should be silver as well. Yeah, I think I will do 2 layers of this silver, or at least like the second layer will be a little bit less precise, like not in every space, but I want the covers to be a little bit more like there's no black coming out from behind. Okay. I don't know if this is the correct technique, honestly. I'm just doing what I think it's working. Maybe some professional painters, they have better techniques to cover bigger the surfaces of the same color. I didn't want to use airbrush for that because it's just too much hustling to, you know, to take it out. Just prepare all the table. It's kind of, it's a lot to do. So here in the mid, this one should be probably black, right? Inside here. So I'll do that after. Okay. Yesterday, Aquilon Terminators were the most fun minis that I've painted so far in this challenge, I think. Them and the Alea Blade Champion, they were very nice, very fun to paint. Because they're, I was talking about this yesterday, but they're like kind of pointy, square looking, not really square looking, but just enough that it's easy to leave the highlight on them during dry brush, or even regular highlights were easy. The gun was fun to paint. I painted after the stream, the night when I had some time, and I was trying to make it like glowy. Maybe you can see it in the picture. If you want to see a closer look, you can go ahead and check out the Instagram, Brohammer_HPG. Yeah, I was trying to make it like it's glowing. And even in this picture here in the corner, I think it's kind of look like it, like it's glowing, you know. So I kind of did it. If you see it from closer distance, then it doesn't look that great. I was using a lot of glazes, some you know, white base, and then some yellow, orange, green, and not green, red. So it was quite a fun process to do. These andesite destructors. I do have 3 more of them, these Aquilon Terminators, just not yet assembled, and 3 more with fire pikes and these talons instead of power fists. So that's gonna be a fun process too. By the way, I was doing the roaster yesterday for 30k, and apparently the only Terminators are the Aquilon Terminators, which I wasn't aware of. I was like, yeah, I can use probably Wardens, I can use probably Pallas Terminators, and you know, all that usual stuff that it's in 40k. But apparently it's not the case. So I was kind of shocked. And I mean, you can use the models in the end. It's just a matter of talking with the opponent, if that's okay. But they look quite different. They do have bigger bases as well, which is might be important. So there's a unit, it's like Meridian Sword Guardians, something like this. They have the Meridian Swords. And I decided I will just use these Terminators as these Guardians with swords. They do not have swords on the model, but the base is the same. And I do not have any models with swords here, so at least I can use them in another way. Here I'll just go from the surface, not necessarily going to fill up these black holes here. Okay. Seeing now the difference between this trash metal and the gold is not really big. Or not big enough that I would be happy with. They are both kind of light colors. But everything will change when I will use the shades. So that's what I'm hoping for. Okay, so again, something is blocking the entrance of the bottle. Probably some dry paint left from before. Let's clean up the brush. Just to not destroy it in first painting session of it. All right. And continue. So this is what's left. Yeah, definitely next time I'm gonna just spray it silver. Will save a lot of time. You see, that will be all silver, and then I'll just paint it gold and red here. I might actually do that for the second Pallas Gravtank. I think I have some silver base spray. Okay. And the last thing here. Okay. Let's let it dry a little bit. And in the meantime, I'm gonna do this Pallas. Let's see, this is gold, this is gold. This is gonna be silver. So I'm gonna do silver parts here. Before going with, of Agrex. Now the bottom. This is my first fast attack. Model for custodies that I'm painting. I was debating Pallas or Venatari, but I decided let's go with Pallas. I don't want to do again 3 minis, and you know it's gonna take too long. And with one I might finish in 1 session. Probably not, because there's still a lot to paint, but this is the goal. We'll try. If there is too much to paint, I will finish tomorrow. Right. So this should be silver. This is gold. Okay. Well, I don't know what should I paint to not. Okay, that's nothing. I don't want to touch the silver and then, you know, touch something else and everything's gonna be dirty and messed up. The silver on the original piece from Fort Worth is super dirty. There is a lot of like dust. It looks like it's not only just silver and wash. There are some or texture or this special, you know, they're not paints, but they're like kind of texture. How it's called? They leave a dusty finish, like you would walk on some desert or moon or something, or Mars. So it looks like this. Looks very good in my opinion, like old and used, not so clean, like 40k customs, you know. Okay, so this I'm gonna paint gold. Let's do the bottom. Yeah, definitely the best way was to paint, to spray everything silver. I didn't realize that in the beginning. I thought it's gonna be a fast job. But if I paint everything silver, then, you know, just painting this gold is much less of a hassle. What to do? Mistakes have been made. I have to learn from them. Okay. was so careful to paint it gold, you know, only this part. I was using some tapes and like special masking tapes. I was using plastic bags to cover the things that I didn't want gold. But the only thing I should do was just to paint it silver. Okay. For the next time. Go. I do have lead belcher spray, just it's kind of old. And I remember when I was spraying something like some time ago, it left some dust on the Mini. Quite a lot of dust. And the consistency was not good. I think that it was expired or something. Which is not ideal for spraying miniatures. If you're spraying wall or whatever, then maybe yes, you can get away with. But if you're spraying miniatures that have a lot of precise small things, then dusty paint is the last thing you want as a base. And it's a Citadel paint, so I was kind of surprised. Because it wasn't old or anything. Like now it's old, but when I was using it, it wasn't. I might need to try though. Okay. As you can see, it's pretty rough process basing. And it is not covering so well. We'll see the second layer, you know, this will be the test. Maybe I should just stop painting it entirely and just go ahead and spray. Maybe it would end up being faster. I need to add more paint to the palette. Okay, nice. It's unclogged this time. And the weapon. Nice. And we'll see that I will not do the base of the other engine. I mean the colors for the other engine. I will do the one engine fully probably, just to see how is the process, you know. If it's looking good, if it's matching the main body of the tank. Because if I start to do both in the same time and they are both incorrect, then I will waste much more time. And if I waste time only for one engine, then it's, you know, kind of acceptable. And I always can go back and do the same way the second engine. It's easy, it's not a problem. Correcting tool, huge waste of time. All right, so the first layer of the silver is done. So let it dry, and let's go back to this beam. As you can see, I like this metallic a lot. It's really good. Trash metal from K75. I'm not sponsored, but the scale has amazing paints, so I'm not that surprised that it's good. But if you want to sponsor me, I'm open. I can use scales only, no problem. Vallejo is great too, and Citadel. I'm using these three: Vallejo, Citadel, and scale. I do think I own maybe one AK paint. I think just one. Maybe some army painter. Only one as well. But other than these like single paints, I'm going with these three brands. The Citadel one is the easiest to choose because, you know, when you are, I'm trying to paint minis as close to the original paint job as possible. So if I find videos or tutorials how to paint them, they usually, you know, are based on Citadel paints. So that's why kind of makes sense to have them. If you want to paint it exactly as the original, then use the original paints. Right. Okay. The only thing in Citadel I'm not the biggest fan of are, of course, the pots. I say of course because it's a common sentiment. But yesterday I did another bunch and I continue to rebottle the paints. In the end, it's quite a nice process, relaxing. Yeah, 2 layers are totally enough. Totally enough. I just need to be mindful of the places where I didn't put too much of attention in the first layer because they are kind of see-through black now. So like here, for example. Yeah. And this looks acceptable already. Much better than, you know, just one layer. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue doing this engine. The thing with lead belcher here, I mean the lead belcher from the pot, is that it would cover very well over the black, that's for sure. I would just waste so much paint because that belcher is very thick, so I would need to water it down. But then the coverage is not so good anymore. So I would need to use again 2 layers of lead belcher. Because one layer of lead belcher is fine for like smaller things, and even if you thin down a little bit, then it's fine. But this is big surface. You just need a lot of paint. I'm curious because I'm not sure. I've never painted metallics with airbrush. Maybe it's a good idea for this model. For the second Pallas or for the second engine, you know. Just use airbrush. I'll need to see some videos, and maybe there are people that covered that topic. I mean, should be the case, right? You probably can paint with airbrush some metallics. Just you need to be careful with cleaning fairly to not block the nozzle. I would assume so, at least. After doing one engine, I might try to do the airbrush on the second one. In the end, it should look the same, right? Maybe the same color and all. I need more paint. Again, it's quite a lot of milligrams will go away with this mini. For the wash, probably I should use also something different, not waste no oil for such a big miniature. No, this side. And then I'm gonna use gold. Oh, I should probably do the second layer on the main body. Yeah. I'm thinking now maybe Retributor armor would be good to just make it a little bit more orange, yellow, like more saturated, you know. I'm talking about this mix of gold I created. Like maybe Retributor armor would fix that. So it's more accurate. Okay. A few more strokes here on this engine. So that looks good. Good enough for me at least. And let's do the main body. Silver. Let's see if the one layer, second layer would be enough. So we are starting here. Because there's some gold see-through. So if there's gold behind, then it's much more difficult to cover it. Because it makes the silver kind of warm. Much lighter than when it's based on black. So probably I should just base black first. Let's hope 2 layers are enough, and then when I put the shade, the wash, it's gonna be okay. So this is one side. Let's go ahead with doing the guns now. I need more paint once again. If I would continue using that much paint, then definitely I will need to try the airbrush from the other Pallas. It's definitely more efficient than using brush. But it's for another time. Not near future, probably 2 weeks or so. By the way, next week I'm not gonna do the streams. I told it yesterday already, but I have to do the break. I'll have a guest for a week in my place, so there will be no time for that. There will be time for gaming though, so I'll enjoy some gaming. Not painting. That's why I'm painting more miniatures this week. For example, last week was 10. This week maybe I will reach 10 if I paint this, if I finish this tomorrow. So with these 20, still the rate, even if I miss 1 week, the rate is pretty solid. I'm aiming for five a week. So right now I'm trying to cover for the future sessions that I'll miss, because I'll miss more. I have some travels planned. So I'll just try to not miss so many and do more miniatures when I can. Like this period right now at work, it's not so intense. So there's less work from home. I can spend some time on the hobby. It's nice. Here the second layer doesn't look as great as on the engine for some reason. But in the end it's like below the miniature. Many of these areas are not going to be even visible at all, especially if I glue the mini to the base, which I was planning to. We'll see about that. I think this is the best way to make it more stable. And yeah, this is not gonna be visible at all. Okay. Here's some mechanisms. This. And I will have to go for another drops paint. It's taking a lot of paint. So the next step after silver gonna be second layer of gold in the places where I need to do gold, or maybe yeah, I'll just try to mix it a little bit with retributor armor and see the result. It's a little closer to the original color I want to achieve. We'll see about that. Okay. I was counting yesterday how many points do I have in 30k painted. And this was the time when I discovered that I cannot use Alar Roost Terminators, Wardens, Alea, Blade Champion. They are not existing in 30k, unfortunately. Of course, I can use them as, you know, different characters or something, but it's not the same anymore. So in the end, I think I end up having, like, you know, with all the switches and so on, 2,000 points, maybe 2,500, something like that. 30k. So for this plus 60 points, the amount will not grow so much, but if I will do a Tribune or something, then it's Tribune is like 300 points. Or I was thinking also to do the Valdor, Constantin Valdor. Yeah, this is the name. I think. It's 350 points. It's basically like a Primarch. And it's a very nice miniature. Big pose. And has, you know, this big base with like a destroyed temple or whatever. And then you can just take him out on the 14mm base and just play him, which is nice. Nice solution for people who like to paint, but also make a display collection. So Constantin Valdor is coming soon. I think after I come back from the break, maybe I will not start with him. I will do some more infantry. I will definitely do the Venatari as one of my first projects, and then some more Guardians, and then Valdor. And it's gonna take more than one session, that's for sure. It's a big miniature, it's a nice miniature. There's a lot of small details that can be done very nice. And I will try to do them nice. I want to make him very interesting and good looking. So that's it for silver now. And let's go ahead and find the Retributor armor. We'll do a small mix and let's see if it's gonna be better than the one we have already. So, you know, the colors are a little bit, you see this is Retributor armor and this color are quite far away from each other. I mean, it's Retributor is much more orangey. That's why mixing it might work. Okay. So this is the final result. So I was kind of right. Not kind of, I was just right. Looks like an excellent mix. See? These colors are almost the same, which is exactly what I wanted. That's awesome. I want this color to be as close to the original as possible, because after, you know, when I will shade it and everything, it should not be so far away from the original spray. It will definitely look like it's a different color if it's, you know, and then it looks not great. But like this, I think this color is actually super close, and it will not be visible that it's even different color. So, for example, if someone says, "Oh, what's the color?" I will say just, this is a spray can, and this is a mix of three golds, totally different golds. It's very nice, beautiful gold I end up with. It's not so saturated, so bright, orangey like Retributor, and it is not so cold and greeny like these other two from Scale. I do have one more gold from, more golds, but the one I was thinking to use originally was Elven Gold, but it's more close to Retributor armor. It's kind of orangey. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. Okay. With black, actually, it looks kind of nice. And suits, it suits all other miniatures that have black panels. I'll have to reconsider if I want to paint it red, actually. I might do some kind of a mix, you know. I was thinking about doing a black base. Okay, like it's now. But then these reds are not going from red, are going from black, actually, so there's more contrast. You will see what I'm talking about when I start to paint, but I think it might look interesting. But I'm gonna still use the same technique. So I'll use the sponge and just go with the sponge, you know, from from dark to light. Yeah, this gold is nearly identical. It's not identical, but it's close enough that I might just accept it. Sup, Francois, welcome back. Brother, do you even sleep? It's probably super late for you. And almost done with the gold here. I had in mind maybe I'll just do the other engine, since I found the formula for gold, but no, I want to stick to my original idea that I will do the engine from start to the end and then do the second part. Just to be sure it's looking good, I don't want any changes. Yeah, I sleep a couple hours at a time sporadically. Damn boy. If I don't sleep 8 hours, I feel like shit. So I'm trying to do that as much as I can. Sleep is important. I mean, if necessary, I don't need to sleep a long time, you know. If I have to travel, wake up early or whatever, I never miss. I'm never late, I'm never miss, you know, my alarm. But if I can, I definitely prefer to organize my time so I have a nice sleep. I wasn't like that before. Definitely changed when I just realized that my body and mind is working much better rested. But I understand some people have trouble sleeping or have less time and they just have to wake up early or late, whatever. It's tough though. I do have a lot of empathy for people that have to do that. I think this part should be gold actually. It's kind of connected. Yeah. And this gold covers very nice over silver. Which makes me, you know, more hopeful for the airbrushing everything silver. And then doing these gold parts. So, yep, I think that's all the gold I need. Just maybe some small corrections here on the front, just to have this layer nice and flat. Yeah, the black one is looking pretty nice. You see, if I connect it here. First of all, the gold is not so different anymore from the original. Maybe even a little bit more. Retributor armor is it's recommended actually. It's recommendable. But for now, that's enough. And then gold. Maybe I will just edit the black. Sorry, someone is knocking the door. I'll come back. It's called the Everyman Sleep Cycles. 3-4 hours of sleep and a couple 10 minutes power naps, also known as polyphasic sleep. I have to read about that. You can come in, no? Yeah. Right, I'm back. I'm converting a black Templar Marshal into a Horizon Blade Guard. That's for my Lion's Guard. Oh, okay. It's a lot of work, probably. I had to call AC once again. AC repair. So they just came. That's why I had to get out. Okay, there are some gold parts that I have to do here. They are not very visible or not visible at all, especially from down. This part here, for example, definitely is same here. Okay, and then I will just, this one I will leave black. There's some part inside. I had to take a break from the night. Not so bad actually. Yeah, I mean painting one miniature for a long time, it's tiring. I know that feeling. Or the same miniatures over and over. That's why I'm doing this. Like I have, for example, to paint maybe like 15 more guardmen for Custodes, but it would be just a miserable experience to do them one by one, you know. So it's definitely better to just switch between minis to just don't get annoyed with with just one painting over and over. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that's the gold I wanted to correct. Let me check if there is something on the back. Maybe yes. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Now probably the best step would be to start doing panel. The panel or washing. Maybe wash. I'm just thinking about what is, easier to avoid later. Because if I'll do the panel. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. If I'll do the panel, then I have to, hold it and do the wash. But if I'll do the wash, then I have to do places with wash. It's kind of not great in both ways are not great. I have to do silver here, I forgot. There we go. Okay, you know what I will do first? I'll just start with Agrax Earth Shade over the main body. And see what to do next. Okay. Alright, so these vents are done. What are you doing with the black panel? White marble, candy, apple red, or an epic freehand of the Imperial Palace? So my idea was to paint it red and do like a sponge work. I think this, you said you're doing sponge on your knight, so I was thinking just to do a sponge, red, just coming from dark to light. But I think I might change that idea and just go black to red, not red, dark red to red, but black to red. Because the panels on my custodians are black, so I think it would match a little bit better with other minis. Flat black itself is kind of boring, there's so much space to make something nice that would be wasted if I just keep it black, so that's why I'm thinking it should probably be used a little bit differently. Looking for a safe shade. The freehand is tempting, not gonna lie. Definitely not the Pallas. I just probably cannot do that. Yeah, but let's see. I will see if this black to red is looking good, and if yes, I'm just gonna do it on all the miniature. So now I got Earth Shade. Thank you. Okay. Collects covert art, maybe. A vault Imperial Palace on such a large undistributed panel. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would need some kind of encouragement, you know, to do such a big thing. I'm not feeling it right now. Although I agree, it's a great place to do the freehand, that's for sure. But my freehand skills are, let's say, very much untested, you know. And I don't know if it's a... I think it might be a waste of time with that finish. That's very, very underwhelming. I do see that other painters... I'm not a painter, first of all. Like, I'm not a professional painter. That's why I'm kind of hesitant on that idea. You need a lot of talent to do such things. Talent and, of course, work. I mean, it's not something that just, okay, I'm gonna do a freehand and it's already nice and done. You need a lot of practice. Control. Patience. Okay. On the panel half size. Oh, come on, I did a who battle group fleet exiting workspace in the Xana 2 system on the panel half size. Just pick a piece of reference art. No one is suggesting you create a masterpiece all on your own. I'll help walk you through it. It's just sketching values. Okay. Is Pallas the best tank for that kind of finishing, you know? I don't know about that. It's just 60-point model. It's gonna blow up from first Laskan that's gonna hit him. Maybe. I do not doubt you did that, you know. And for sure looks great. Yeah, but maybe it's just a matter of some kind of technique. You just print out some reference art and then try to replicate it as best as possible. Okay, now this part. I use a lot of water for this Agrax air shade, maybe too much actually. I should add a little bit more the shade. But if I use straight from the Agrax straight from the pot, then the color would be just too strong and there will be these watermarks that I want to avoid. And with water you can make it a little bit more flat surface. You want to get better at painting, right? You'll be able, you like to be able to do the better stuff other guys do, right? So just takes giving it a try. I've made 3 serious attempts at freehand, and while not epic works of art, they're all way better than I thought I could do. I guess 4. Yeah. I do want to get better at painting. The thing is my goal is not to do it professionally, you know. And I feel like the freehand is for professionals that do commissions and, you know, take painting very serious. I'm just a regular guy who wants to enjoy my hobby. And, you know, get rid of 1000 unpainted minis. This is kind of the main goal I'm here. If I'm gonna do freehands, then from 3 years it's gonna be 4 years or more. But maybe it's time. I'll give it a try, why not? I have a Spartan assault tank from Marduk Cedras, Lord of the 23rd Order, Master of the Dreadwing. His personal carrier. On one side I did a huge hourglass field of skulls. Yeah, that's epic. There's something. I think it's something that's more in my range, I would say. Something more possible to do. Simple, but I mean, not necessarily simple, but more simple than just some assault on terror or whatever. I saw also some videos on YouTube how to do freehands. It was a long time ago. I was trying, I had my attempts on freehands. The other side has been more from the burning of the last church on Terra, where this relic was tended. On this night castigator, I did a gold non-metallic metal griffin on the chest and the Xana 2 system campaign badge on the shin. Yeah, that's a lot of work. Nice. I was doing some freehands for my Black Legion. On the shoulder pads of the Terminators and Lords, Chaos Lords. Some demon faces and these eyes, chaos eyes, look more like a Sauron's eye. It looked fine. But in the end, I solved all the chaos Black Legion that I have, and these guys with them. Maybe I shouldn't, I guess. I think it ended up looking quite good. Probably I have some pictures somewhere. Maybe another time I can show it. How's it going, Big Man Max 234? Yeah, as you can see, small progress on the Pallas tank. There was a quite large area of silver to be, because I based it black. I think it was a mistake. Yeah, I've done skulls and chopped directions, but I mean other stuff when talking freehands. Yeah. Okay, so a few last brush strokes on the gold here, and we do have very low amount of time left. I want to finish in after 2 hours only, so I have stuff to do at home, and I'm gonna try to finish this Pallas tank tomorrow. During the stream, so it's gonna be part 1 and part 2. We'll see if I manage to do it in 2 parts actually, or if I need even more. With the freehand in the mind, that's definitely not gonna be enough. But let's see. Okay, let it dry. And there we go. This gold looks almost like the original gold from the can that I have. Look at that. There is not so much different, I guess. There is a little bit if you really look into it, but yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay, so let's try to do this first layer of black here. I have to correct a few things, and then I'll do null oil, and then I'll do some staples with sponge and red. Just play with it, see how it's going. So first of all, I need to find a bottom black. There we go. No, this is not that black. Maybe this one. Oh, here. Oh, I got 2 more. I did the tilt shoots from the Dreadnought baby carrier. One is the Moon of Titan, the other is Terranator. Do you do everything for yourself, or like, what's going on, man? This is some kind of hardcore painting. I mean, I know you love knights and, you know, big miniatures, so they kind of are built for these freehands. But damn. Just need to really like doing them. Yeah, it's just for me. Yeah. Oops. I would be really curious to see the collection then. No. A lot of knights, a lot of freehands. Some impressive stuff. Did you go for some school to learn painting, or it's just only a hobby? Warhammer models are my favorite for the form of art medium. I just want to get better in my art. Yeah. Oh, I see that. Nice. So I had to correct some of the black here because I wasn't so precise with gold. Which probably I should be. But now I have to paint all the panel. So it is the same. It is the same black everywhere. I can do a few layers, that's fine. The most important thing, it should be nice, flat, matte. There we go. Give it a minute to dry and see if I need another layer. No collage art, but I was raised by artists and heavily encouraged. It's coming. Same for me. My father is an active artist. So his main job is to teach art. And he do it by himself as well. And I was encouraged, but just I didn't want to do it. I went in completely different direction, and this is just my hobby now. Let's see. I might do, okay, it's drying pretty fast. My room is hot, so this is helpful. I'll do just one more layer of black. Very thin layer, very watery layer. Try to make it as even as possible. Honestly, even I like this glossy finish. It's I know it's just wet paint, but this glossy finish that would be an interesting look as well. All right, let's prepare some sponge, and I will try to do this this panel entirely, and then see how it looks in the rest of the miniature. So I was thinking to start with Burned Red. Burned Red is paint from Model Color line Vallejo. It is very nice dark red. Just let me find it. There we go. So I'm gonna do the stems with this one first, and then I'm gonna use probably the Piston Red. Then maybe some Scarlet, and I'll finish with what would look nice. Would look nice. Maybe some orangey finish. I don't know. This is already quite light coral color, so maybe I'll do just white stems and then go ahead and finish with this, so it's gonna pop out a bit more, you know. So let me just find some fun. So I have this piece is for, I think it's cosmetic or something. Should be just enough. Just maybe I'll just make it a little smaller so it's easier to control. Let me do it dry. Like I'll do something like this, you know. Yeah, whatever. I will not make it smaller. It's okay. Okay, let's try. Let's give it some vortex mixer. I like to do a layer of your color, then do a glaze of your undercoat and repeat 2-3 times before going out the finished bright. I see. Yeah, I might need to mix it with black first. It's a good point. To not make such a big difference. Okay, so let's go ahead. Mix of burnt red and let's see how does it look. Probably it will not look, will not be visible. Okay. Interesting. There's definitely a tone to this black now. See, there's black and there's black. There's some small difference. And technique is fun to do, not gonna lie. Just a little bit more in the front. I'm just a little bit afraid of going over this gold, but I guess I can just paint it again. It's not a big deal. Okay. That's nice, that's nice, that's looking good. Let's go ahead and take a brighter color now. There we go, that's already more visible. I think they did it or similarly in the original Pallas from Fort Worth, the box art, or how you call it, whatever. Or they did oil. So they painted everything red and then did oil, because it looks kind of like an oil job as well. Okay. Okay, we are getting somewhere, definitely. Don't mix it, but a layer of red, then a black glaze, then red, then black glaze, black red glaze, then red is how I will go at it. Ah, I see. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh shit, someone's calling. Ah, 1 moment. Back. You're going to get texture doing this. The glaze will help to smooth out the texture left behind from steeping. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so let's do the glaze. Why not? So thank you for helping me, because I have no idea how to do this properly, you know. No experience doing that. Okay, I see. Yeah, it will help even the surface. I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay. So let it dry, I guess. It's gonna take a minute. And then sort of already, I like the effect already. This dark red looking nice. But it can look better, definitely. I could even do similar things on my studies, I guess. Their panels, you know, just small, very dark red steeping, but let's see. Let's focus on this one. I should end already, but it's kind of exciting process to stop right now. Okay, let's take the burned red. Leave the axis and see. And I'll do that towards top of the panel. Start to do the kind of shade already. Okay. It will also build up the appearance of depth when you do more layers instead of just turning the thing red. Yeah. Gotcha. So it's already kind of looking good, looking acceptable. So now I'm gonna, as the Francois recommended, I'm gonna do some glaze over it, smooth everything out, and then I'm gonna finish, unfortunately, for today. I need to go take care of some business. So let's mix this. create a glaze. There may be too much of the pigment. It's gonna be much more red than I wanted, but that's okay. Okay. It's looking promising. What do you think, guys? It's not bad at all. Unfortunately, I have to finish. Thank you so much for today, for coming over, just hanging around. I'm gonna continue tomorrow, so if you have time, join me and see how the progress is going. Hopefully, I'm gonna finish the Pallas Gravtank. Probably not, but I'm gonna try. And see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much.